video, we replace a suspension arm. We try not to set the focus on fire, and we do some welding. Welcome back to the Car Lovers channel, and this is the third and final part of the Get the Focus Through an MOT video. Now I apologise for it taking so long, but there was that much footage to go through. I think I had 3 or so hours of welding footage, trying to condense that down into an actually watchable amount of time, but still keeping most of the process in there for you. It's been hard work, but we're here now, we've done it, so let's get the gloves on and let's get to it. So this lower arm, let me show you. If you look, see how that's riveted on. I've done a couple of these ball joints before. You can cut the head of these rivets off, but the body gets seized in the actual ball joint itself, and the amount of time you spend on getting that out, you're probably only saving 20 quid. I think an arm was 32 quid, a ball joint's probably about a tenner, but I'd rather spend the extra and have ease of fitting rather than grinding up an arm trying to smash that ball joint out. So what we'll do, bit of penetrating oil on these bolts and that one there. This nut, because there can be a nightmare as well. That nut there. So, first thing, bottom ball joint out. $15mm impact wrench. Right, chances are that's seized in there as well. Fantastic. And there I think a T50 or 55. We'll go with 50. Just gonna make sure it's all the way home before trying to undo it. Well, look at that. Whew. Well, that was unexpected. Now I'm going to grab my ball joint splitter, because we're replacing this anyway. It doesn't matter if we damage the boot or the ball joint, it's getting a new one on it. If you were just maybe replacing a drive shaft, you don't want to be using a splitter, because like I say, it'll damage the boot, possibly the ball joint, and you'll end up having to replace it anyway. Now that's the splitter, and this fork is going to go around the ball joint, but it's also wedged, so that's going to prise the ball joint from the hub and break the taper. So we'll just place that in there, tap it in, and just look how the arm is moving downwards. go. And just be careful when you're moving the hub over that the inner CV doesn't pop out the gearbox, because you'll lose your gear oil. So just be gentle when you're wrestling with that hub. Now next is that nut there for the front bush of that lower arm. That looks like a 15 as well. Not sure I'll get my gun in there. Yeah, I will, but I need a spanner on the other end. 18. And that just comes out like that. Retrieve your nut, wherever it's gone there, look. Pickpocket style. And then there's two bolts, nuts and bolts that hold this rear bush in place. I think these nuts are 18s, they are. The bottoms one's a 15, I think the other's an 18. It is. Is that an 18? That is the question. Not sure. Don't think it is. 21 I think is what it is. We'll do that one first because it's at the back and awkward. So if I can where's it at? There we go. Get your nut. One nut, one bolt. Front one, drop my socket. $18, $15. There we go. The whole lot's going to move now. Whew. And that's that one. Now, this arm should come out there we go. Right, and if we just have a fair jiggle of this old ball joint, you can see loads of play in that when you compare it to brand new one. I can't even I can just about move that with my fingers, so that's going to be a lot stiffer in the hole. Now I might have to set you down because I don't reckon I'm going to be able to put this in one-handed, so apologies if the camera angle is not best. need to pop the ball joint in, get it lined up, and it should. I'm just going to put these bolts in loosely for now, because we're going to have to go further up in the air, get right underneath, because the this inner bolt for this rear bush can be quite a nuisance. If you just look how far the bush housing is from the subframe, we need to lever that down and get the bolt through it to hold it. So it's a bit of a two-handed job. So we'll go up, take that up now and do that. Right, what I think I'm going to do, nip this bolt down. Hopefully that brings the bush closer to the subframe, just so that I can get a couple of threads started on this other bolt. Wish me luck. Maybe it will. Right, let's get that started on there. Can I do the spanner in from up here? Maybe not. That'll do me. Alright, just this bolt. Now that back bush is lined up, that bush is lined up, so we'll go back down, do them two up, put the wheel back on. 18 and an 18, just nip that up. And then, bottom ball joint, just have to straighten that out a bit. We're going to need that sheet there, just to come to hold that bolt. And there we go. Do get a bar, double check they're tight. Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. Now, don't worry if your welding's not up to scratch. Mine leaves a lot to be desired, but once it's ground up, should look okay, and as long as you've got decent penetration, then you won't have any issues. Hopefully, 2 clean bits of metal here, so we should get some better results. That looks a bit better, that. Just a touch. Show you the up here. Right, I was going to put another piece of tin above here and round, but I'm bored now, so we're gonna see if I can clean this up enough to seam weld that onto there. Now, as long as we can't peel that off there, which we can't, then that is good enough. Might have to cut another plate. God damn. Something like that. on my sleeve, you bastard. Shit. Fucking shit.
Fucking hell.
Now this welding repair is all complete, we need to protect it to keep it from rusting in the future. Now usually I'd use a seam sealer and brush it on, but as it's a Sunday and I haven't got any, I'm going to have to use some RTV silicone sealer. I'll just apply it over all my welds, rub it over with my fingers, and then we're going to go over it with some stone chip. That isn't actually a sound effect. Them birds are actually outside on the roof. They must have seen this welding and thought, that looks like what comes out of our rectum. There we go. Now it took longer than expected. We'll put tools away and let that dry. Right, that's the work done, and we've got an MOT on it. Actually, if you look at the date, where's it at? Somewhere there, can you see it? January is when we actually got this MOT'd, but obviously we're not having time to get the videos out quick enough. I've actually been using it, driving it, until, well, March basically is where we're at now. And there's actually another video to do on it, because that brake caliper, the fix hasn't lasted, so we're gonna have to put a new one on it. It's binding again, and you can feel it quite badly. So a tip there: if your caliper seizes up, there isn't really much staving it, so best off putting a new one on it. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. If you missed parts 1 and 2, there'll be a link up there somewhere. Give them a watch, give them a like, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Like, share, subscribe, the Car Lovers channel.